I just want to say, yeah, I am the perfectionist. And so I just am trying to break through a niche market here in the Washington state. And I don't know if you guys are familiar. There's like 29 Native American tribes here.
Hmm.
And so they have some housing challenges, but also for probate. So I'm just starting to kind of break through. My business partner's been struggling with a probate with his brother, and I'm helping with that. And so it's been a long time coming, but I have to be like the perfectionist and try to have everything, worked out. But since I started this probate mastery and got certified, I had some other projects that ended up having to go to litigation. So everything's kind of like slowed me down with doing mail outs and budgets and all that stuff. But but in the meantime, I've been able to build the brand, the business, and all the stuff kind of behind the scenes. So when I start, moving forward, I kind of know what to do as well, so I'm not overwhelmed. So because I'm kind of like a one woman show here, but I just want to appreciate you too because you pour in, and I got certified under Chad. He was excellent too. So yeah.
Awesome. Good. Good. Well, I will encourage you to not feel like you need to be as much of a perfectionist because nobody knows. All right.
Okay.
No, no, but now I've dealt with a few people that aren't very professional, and sometimes there, but you don't strike me as the type of person that's not going to be professional. Um, Guys, if you knew what I don't have done on my end of the business, a lot of you all would laugh or never come back to another class of mine again. Okay. The um, the thing is there's always going to be things that you can add to your business. There's always going to be extra marketing pieces. There's always going to be channels that you can put up. You could always tweak websites. There's tons of things that you can do in your business. It doesn't mean that it all needs to be done now. I started probate at the beginning, probably middle of 2015. And there's a lot of things on my list that aren't done. Now, there's a lot of things on my list that are done. The idea is that you do a little bit at a time. So, for someone like you, Joan, I would encourage you to say, hey, what are the two or three things that I can get done this week that I will, when they're done this week, I'll live with? And I'm going to give myself permission to take some serious action after these two or three things are done. And then take action knowing that none of your customers, they're not going to know if you don't have a web page up. You might, but they're not going to know if you don't have a website up. They're not going to know if you don't have a YouTube channel up yet. They're
Okay.
not going to know if you don't have a 12 touch email sequence going out after the fact. They're not going to know if you don't have six mail pieces to go out after the fact. They're not going to know if your cold mail is not done. They're not going to know if your brand isn't built yet. Okay. They're not going to know because you're building a personal relationship with them. Now, I want you to do all those things. Have the
I do
YouTube
have
channel
it.
and have the
Yeah.
blog and the webs. Yeah.
I got YouTube, and I do have a brand. I've had that for a while. I just added the probate because I'm a flipper. That's what I originally started, was the flipping. And that's how I got into civil stuff in Seattle, Washington. And then, but I had probate kind of on the side, and I'm like, okay, so I'm just going to kind of bring this in. It's going to fit into the branding, and so I just kind of plugged it in there. And I haven't got any mailers out yet because I'm just kind of not ready. I'm hoping. I'm an investor and not an agent and not cool like you guys. Okay, but anyway, so I had to learn how to do like the MLS, and I can, advertise on that as well. It's like $95. And so I'm just learning to negotiate contracts, and you guys do that every day. So this is, your jam. So I'm just learning this stuff, and I like it. But
Cool. Oh, we have a lot of investors here that aren't agents too. If you're an investor, not an agent, give us a wave, just so Joan sees how many investors there are that are in the same boat she's in. You're doing good though, Joan. I really thank you for taking action. Thanks for speaking up. And I think that you've got things more together than you know.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Thank you.